and my name is Shanaye Worth. I am 18 years old, and I'm the daughter of Ben and Audrey Worth. Last July, I competed in the Hodgeman County Pageant, and I was crowned 2023 Hodgeman County Miss Teen Princess. And I did come up with a platform that was close to my heart, and that could help spread awareness. I chose to do the platform on SYNGAP1, which is what my sister is diagnosed with. So about my sister Addison, my little sister was diagnosed with SYNGAP1 on December 20th, 2021. When she was 11 years old, because of SYNGAP1, medical condition are intellectual disability, mild to severe, global developmental delays, severe epilepsy, subtle eye flutters, brief jerks, staring seizures, and drop seizures, sensory process disorder, gross and fine motor skill delays, speech delay, apraxia, mild to severe, autism spectrum disorder, sleep behavior disorder, and visual issues. Despite her medical conditions, I love my little sister Addison, and she has taught me and my family on this journey called life. My family and her call her a hot rod and trooper. She has been through so much, but despite it all, she is very loving and gives the best hugs when you least expect them. She is my life best friend, and I love her with every beat of my heart. And you're probably wondering what SYNGAP1 is, but it is a very rare genetic disorder caused by a variant on the SYNGAP gene. And where is the SYNGAP gene located, and what is its responsibility? It is located on the chromosome 6, and it is responsible for producing the SYNGAP protein. The protein acts as a regulator in the synapse, where neurons communicate with each other. As a variant of the SYNGAP gene leads to the gene not producing enough SYNGAP protein. Without the right amount of SYNGAP protein, we see an increase in accessibility in the syngapians, making it difficult for neurons to communicate effectively. This leads to many neurological issues seen in SYNGAP patients. The SYNGAP symptoms are intellectual disability, mild to severe, hepatoma, which is low muscle tone, global developmental delay, and epilepsy, which is subtle eye flutters, brief jerks, and staring seizures, and drop seizures for Addison, sensory processing disorder, gross and fine motor skill delays, dyspraxia, coordination disorder, speech delay and apraxia, mild to severe, autism spectrum disorder, sleep and behavior disorders, and visual abnormalities. Facts about SYNGAP1 patients. 90% have intellectual disability, and that's ranging from mild to severe. 85% of them have epilepsy, which go from grand mal to absent seizures. And 50% of them have autism. And 1/3 of individuals to 5 years old remain nonverbal. And 3/4 of SYNGAP patients suffer from severe behavioral problems. 60% difficult with sleep, either with maintaining sleep or both. 10% have feeding tubes, and most people are on 4 or more medications to help with this disease. What causes SYNGAP1? SYNGAP1 syndrome is caused by a variant on the SYNGAP gene. The human body is made of trillions of cells. Each cell contains 23 pairs of chromosomes, 46 in total. Each chromosome contains thousands of genes. Most genes also come in pairs, and we've got one copy from each parent. The role of genes is to produce proteins. Proteins are used to regulate the body's tissue and organs. A gene can stop working or no longer work properly when a variant, sometimes called a mutation or alteration, occurs. A variant is a mistake that happens similar to a typo when the DNA is copied from a cell to cell or due to environmental factors. A de novo variant means that the variants globally present for the first time in the family and occurred very early in the reproductive process. Most SYNGAP patients have de novo variants, If you have access to genetic report, this article can help you understand it better. The main types of variants found are nonsense, missense, frame shift, duplication, and deletion. How many people have SYNGAP1? SYNGAP1 variants are surprisingly common, with the incident report as 6 per 1,000 or 1 per 16,000 individuals. This compromises approximately 2% of all intellectual disabilities, ID cases, making it one of the most common genetic causes of ID. Similar to more well-known syndromes like Fragile X, Angelman, and Rett. New SYNGAP patients are identified each week. We have now more than 1,000 SYNGAP patients identified worldwide. This number is too low, which means SYNGAP continues to be significantly underdiagnosed. Is there a treatment for SYNGAP? There is currently no cure or specific treatment for the underlying condition that causes SYNGAP. However, intense therapy can help SYNGAP patients improve their skills and their milestones. Most common therapies available are physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech and developmental therapy, and applied behavioral analysis, ABA therapy. SYNGAP1 patients may respond well to alternative therapies including hypotherapy, aquatherapy, music therapy, and play therapy. Research is happening all around the world. And SYNGAP1 related non-syndromatic intellectual disability awareness day ribbon meeting, which is the zebra stripes. With the rare disease, it is based on the quote, "When you hear hooves, think horses, not zebras," by Dr. Theodore Woodward. He also stated when you see symptoms, you should look first for the expected cause rather than the exotic. Color green, synonyms with neurological diseases. Color purple is the official color of epilepsy, and blue symbolizes autism. And the splash for SYNGAP is on January 21st, and that's related for the SYNGAPs. It kind of goes in, and so for your community is known for their love for water. SYNGAPs love water. So on that day, we ask for you to take a photo or video with your family and upload to social media with the hashtag Splash for SYNGAP. And to continue this, and with my crown for Team Miss Princess, when the pool opens back up, I am going to talk about them for on that day is to have a splash for SYNGAP sometime for this. So, and again, thank you for having me to come talk about my platform. Is there any questions?
How many years did it take before you were able to figure out what was the problem with your sister?
About 11 years.
So she was 11 years old when you
Yes.
finally figured it out?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. And did you have to go, where did you have to go to find help?
Kansas City, yeah. We went to a lot of doctors. Yes.
Does Addison know how to swim?
Not really, but with the life jacket, yes. She doesn't really care. She just loves the water.
So bath time isn't a challenge?
Yes,
Oh.
that actually is, but that is actually for most SYNGAPs. They do not like showers or baths. It's because of sensory issues, but they actually love lakes or pools, but they don't like showers or baths because of sensory reasons. So, yes. Yes.
Recently, you got the machine that would help her with reading or speaking.
Yes.
Is that working?
Well, she actually does not prefer to use it because she will use her sign language, or she knows that we know what she's talking about. So she prefers not to use it, but we try to get her to, but she's not really in tune with it.
When did she learn sign language?
She's known it since she was little.
Has she?
Yeah. She's picked up on a couple more though. So. Yes.
Oh, any other questions, ladies?
You did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.